The money goes, see, Kim Abner brought up a good point in the chat room there, saying that kickbacks, our building has lived through years of kickbacks. It may have been from previous boards, who knows? But kickbacks are supposed to come to an end in Florida, and there's no reason why the management company should be getting a kickback. That money belongs to the owners.
Agreed.
So if there's a kickback that's going to happen, the owners should be getting it, not a management company.
That's right.
Somebody's going to pay. I don't care what business it is, whatever it is. If someone is going to get money back, somebody else is going to pay for that. That's just the way business is. Nothing is free. Just doesn't happen.
Yeah. So where do we go from here, guys?
Well,
I say
Well,
let's vote.
first of
I have
all,
a question.
Wait, Andrew's talking.
Stuart,
okay,
Stuart, are you aware that the South Chiller hasn't run this week?
No, I was not aware of that. I knew that there was problems in the North Chiller.
Well, no, the South one. It hasn't run all week. But what's First Service doing to get it started again? I normally report these things. This week I've sat on my hands. I was wondering when they were going to blunder into it, the fact it wasn't running.
Based on the culture,
okay, can I
it'll be
suggest
responded
something?
to when you bring it up.
Can I suggest something to move us along?
Yeah.
Sure.
I make a motion that we take Campbell out of the picture.
I second the motion.
I agree.
Dave,
Moving capital consideration.
aye.
They got 3 companies. Campbell's way out of the picture. So
Who's
get
that?
Right.
Who?
Can you mute, hey, can you mute Pauline and Ralph?
Yeah, they're muted now.
There was one
Okay,
person
do we-
that
do we need to vote? Do we need to vote on that motion?
We just did.
We did. It was 7-0.
Okay,
So Campbell, thank
Got
you
it.
for your service. It's
So,
not
okay.
First
Stuart,
Service Castle.
Stuart, I'm going to make a motion that we move to negotiate further with Castle towards bringing them on as a vendor, as a management company.
I second the motion.
Our second, so let's take a vote.
All right.
Yes.
All in favor of
Aye.
electing-
Aye.
Yes.
Show of hand. Have 1,
Aye.
2, 3,
Aye.
4,
Yes.
5, 6. Okay,
Who's against it?
all against? Bill, are you there? I can't see you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, what are you voting?
We're voting on negotiating with Castle.
And if that does not work, what do we do?
Well, that's step 1.
Then we'll go to negotiate again to find somebody. Or we'll go to First Service. I'm not going to do that. What's if it doesn't work?
Okay,
If it doesn't work, then we got to figure it out.
If it doesn't work, we're no worse off right now than we were before, because right now the two numbers are the same.
yes.
But if we can get them to concede a little bit more, it's more to our benefit, that's all.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
So,
Well, it's not just numbers. I want Castle to put in writing that there are no kickbacks
Okay, so
and ridiculous things like, okay, let's go to the special assessment.
we're gonna negotiate with them.
There were over 50 people who paid everything up front. Why should we pay for a coupon book for those people?
you're 100% correct.
So these are things that we're gonna go into negotiation. Everyone should have a list of what they want to discuss with Castle,
Right.
and we see what those replies are, what those responses are. At this point, we voted. We got 7-0. We got a unanimous vote that we should start a negotiation with Castle and see where we go from there.
Okay, now, I need two people to negotiate. Howard and Richard, can I ask you two to be the negotiators?
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it remotely though.
Well,
You know,
remotely either
That was
way.
Howard.
You're both not here.
I mean, I'm certainly happy to do any negotiation, you know.
Sure, no problem.
There's a lot of things that I cannot add value to. My career was basically in contracts and procurement and service provider kind of work. So I'm happy to do that,
Okay.
and hopefully I could be kind of good at it.
All right, let me ask you a question then. In negotiating, would you pass over having them reduce the other annual expenses for an agreement to buy out our employees and keep our employees?
The answer for me would be yes.
I think it's worth it to do that. I'm very, very concerned. I really would like to keep housekeeping, and I really would like to keep the Omar and the rest of maintenance.
Look, I
I'm
did,
thinking of putting new front desk people in. We
the only,
found them by accident through First Service. I'm sure we're gonna find good first front desk people through Castle as well.
ideally, if we could keep the staff that we have now, or at least 90% of them, at zero or a minimal charge, to me, that would be the ideal situation. And then as we go forward, see what we want to transition. Rich Lavasser had a question, so at this time, it's good to bring it up. We were told that our staff is pretty much right-sized. We could spare and go down to 2 people in the office if
Right,
there's better usage of support from the management company. We could potentially go down 1 person in maintenance, but other than that, we are very close to being right-sized. They did say also that based on the numbers they gave us for, because we asked them to give us what they would pay these types of people, they did come in several percentage points lower on a number of the positions as to what they feel,
Yeah.
as to what they feel the market is,
but I'm not,
okay?
I am not
So,
make cuts to our staff that we retain.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just
Okay,
answering that question on right sizing and staffing.
I think the new building manager will establish what he or she needs for the office to operate efficiently.
Exactly.
If he thinks he needs 3, it'll be 3. If he thinks he can get away with 2, we prefer that.
So I think a big part of the negotiations is to get something more concrete about staffing and transitioning and how that's going to be done. I mean, it sounded good initially, but that's initially. It always sounds good. If you don't make it sound good, you don't get the sale. So-
Yes, along those lines, I think we need to, or someone needs to talk to Omar to see if he wants to stay here.
Listen, Castle has said if we sign a contract with them, the day that contract is signed, they come in and talk to all those employees and say, you have a job here if you want it, as long as your current employer doesn't stop you.
All right.
I love the picture.
Exactly how they handle that, it's not my problem. Okay, and quite frankly, Omar is wonderful. I'm not going to live or die over whether I have Omar or not, because before Omar, there was Parliament House.
Yeah, but before Omar, Parliament House was not what Parliament House is now. Omar was a big part in bringing up the standards to the building.
I'm not going to deny that, but I'm also not going to deny that there's 100 other Omars out there.
Yeah, fine.
Okay. All right, so Howard, Richard, you two work it out, who's going to contact Jordan and let him know?
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
And if you set up a meeting, I'd be more than happy to sit in on it with you guys.
How would you like to do that? Do you want him to come in? Do you want them to come into the boardroom and sit with you? Or do you want to go there? Do you want to completely teleconference?
I think we should have the whole board.
I think so too.
So negotiate, Bill.
All right. How about this? Let's figure.
You sit in a meeting and I won't.
Well, how about this? What I really would like to do is get everyone's issues. Let's organize it. Let's put so that everything gets addressed. Don't forget, we still have to get the contract reviewed by legal. We have to make sure they have the proper insurance requirements. There's a lot of work that needs to be
Yeah,
done.
we're not even there yet. And Howard, you're right. We should have every single person on the board that has an issue or a number of issues, they need to be addressed.
Right. Everything should be addressed, spelled out. Lorraine, you're right. Get a playbook, get something in detail, and let's figure it out from there. All we're doing today is making a decision whether we should proceed forward or not. And what Rich and I will do is coordinate the efforts. We'll figure this out. What the next steps are.
Okay, from Ginger, who I believe is Linda, she's asking how we're gonna deal with First Service and the employees during this time. Gabe and George are aware of this meeting today, and they've already been reassured, just so you know. When this meeting ends, I will go in and I will let Fonnie know the decision of the board.
Well, it's not a decision yet.
It's
Well,
not a decision, it's just a negotiation.
Negotiate with them, so I'm gonna let them, I'll let them know what we said.
The decision, there's no selection.
Right.
We're way far away from selecting a vendor.
Right.
We're not even near that.
So I wouldn't tell Fonnie that. I would
No.
just tell her we're still looking into it.
Yes, I wouldn't divulge that.
All right, so all in favor of me not divulging?
Yes.
You wanna get it right?
Okay, so, well, if you've already had a discussion with Gabe and George,
All I told,
everybody knows already.
no, all I did was tell them that there's a meeting today to discuss possibly choosing a new company. I didn't know who we were gonna choose anyway. But I said to them that no matter what, they remain with the building. That's all. That's the only thing I said to them.
Okay, I say we just move ahead. There should be no further discussion about it with anybody else. And hopefully the owners that are listening to this meeting will not go to the pool and start a whole thing there, which I know is impossible, but you know, that's what's gonna happen.
All right. All right. I make a move to adjourn this meeting.
I second.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Meeting-
Howard, you want me to call Jordan, or are you gonna call him?
Yeah, I'll take care of it. I have.
Okay.
I'll take care of it later today.
Okay.
Bye-bye.